guys, LongHaul Larry, and we're in for another day of working on the service truck. So, what are our goals for today? Well, the first thing is I'm going to get this air hose, this air reel, mounted. I need to make up some plates, and I have this here steel that I bought. I need to weld this together. I'm going to have to weld these two plates together because I need this much width and to mount on this plate. Don't have that big of steel around here unless I go buy a sheet and cut it and everything. That'd be super expensive. But we're going to mount that plate, and we're gonna measure from this beam on the inside right here at the back where we can screw in here and to this beam right here. We're going to cut a piece there, and we're going to cut an angle off, make some bracing on it and everything, have it sticking out, and then drill some holes and mount it on there. That'll be the first thing we're going to get done, and then the next thing that we're going to be doing is mounting the air compressor. Getting the air compressor put into place, and then start working on routing the exhaust out, and then I'll be working on hooking up the airline and running the airline to it. So that's what we're working on today. Alright guys, we got our bracket all made, and we have it all painted up. It's sitting down there. It's actually dry. It's ready to hang up. I've just been working on other things. I've been working on this air compressor. That is where I'm going to have it mounted. I don't know if I went over this or not. I want it more on this side because there's a lot of weight on this side, so I'm trying to put it over as much as I can over there. And I was actually going to turn it this way, but I can't because we talked about it. Instead of putting a pipe out the wall or the ceiling or something and maybe having a leak or something, we decided to put it through the floor. And if I put it through the floor over there, the fuel tank is right below there. So I don't want to do that. It might not be good. So I think I got it rigged up. The other mechanic actually was talking about this because I guess their work truck, their service truck, they have a cube truck just like this. And he says they have it going down through the floor like this, and he was saying that they just welded a pipe onto the straight pipe and then put a muffler down below. Well, I just went all around that, and this is the muffler off the engine. And what I did is I just welded a piece of 1.5 inch pipe. I actually would have went smaller, but it's what I had. You can't really buy a smaller pipe unless I went with like a piece of conduit or something, but I decided to actually use muffler pipe. Way last. Left the screen in there, but I welded this little piece of pipe right onto there. And then that will sit on there like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of flex pipe. And what I did is I cut a hole through the floor. And you might think that's pretty big for that pipe. But I started thinking about it. I don't think the pipe is going to get terribly hot. But just in case, it's going through a wood floor. So what I did is, it's an 1.5 inch pipe. And what I did is I took a piece of 3-inch pipe and I welded it onto a piece of flat steel like this. I took the pipe inside there, and I needed to put a 45. I actually would have rather had it way out here, but I'm trying to get it out of the way because we're going to make some storage back in here. So when you walk through here, I didn't want it sticking out and getting kicked all the time or stuff. So I just cut the pipe, and I just cut a notch in it, bent it at like a 45, and put it in there. And then I welded it on the top. And then basically, it will sit right down the side there, just like that. And then I can put this piece of flex steel right on here. And it'll sit just on there like that. And that way the vibration and compressor and everything can move, and this flex pipe will give. And that way no pipes and no welds or nothing to break, this flex pipe will be able to give. So by doing that, what I did is I created an air gap. I don't think the pipe is going to get intensely hot, but if this pipe inside here gets hot, it still has airflow around here to where the wood finishes. So that'll keep the floor from starting on fire, but I don't think it will. I don't think it'll get that hot. But just in case, might as well do it right? And then what I have done, so I'll show you guys. And see what I have is I have a 90-degree elbow. It comes out on the other side of the frame. And basically this sticks up just like this, except it kind of hangs in the middle there. You can actually hit it there. Just now actually caught it. But it hangs something like that. I got to put it all the way on there. Whatever. You guys get it. And then I got this 45 that will fit over the end of the pipe. And then I put this bracket on here, and I will actually put a bolt up through there. And this bracket will sit out here just like this. It's actually in a little bit farther. It's about right here. It's about 2 inches in from the edge from the side of the box. So that way you can't hit anything and stuff. It's just a little bit out wider than the tires, but it's in further than the box. So it'll be good to go. So I got to run back to the auto parts store, and I have to get some muffler clamps. I forgot to get the muffler clamps for this. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 muffler clamps. So I got to run to the auto parts store, and then I will put all this together. Alright guys, it is actually the next day. If you're wondering what the noise is out there, there's a dude out here. The boss calls him in. He details trucks and stuff. And he has them detailing his F-150. Because I guess he's going to sell his F-150. So he's getting it all cleaned up. Because we have the white truck that I fixed up, and we're going to be using that as a shop truck. But, so that's what the noise is. But I got a really bad headache last night and stuff, and I just didn't finish it. I just went to bed and I tried to get some sleep. But we're back to this, and we're back to this wiring. And I actually looked at this, and I got a little frustrated, and I just went to sleep. But basically what we're doing is we need to have a lead coming in from the truck, from the batteries of the truck, come in here to power all the equipment. And we need to power the air compressor. We need to have big lines coming back here for jumper cables to be able to jump reefers or whatever we need to jump back there. We also need to have power for this inverter. That's going to have a little deal here for the chargers for the power tools, and I guess that's it, right? So I looked at this, and all I was going to do is just put connectors like this on these wires, and I was thinking of just bolting them together and stuff. But then you're driving on the road, these things can mark. This is bolted into the frame. If it arcs against this metal, it could short something out. So I decided, I've been thinking about this and everything else, and I decided it would be nice to have a switch that we could turn the power off. So if we're not using this, to make sure there's no drain on it. So I actually went to Fleet Pride this morning, and I bought this deadman switch right here. So you just flip it, it's off, flip it, power comes on. So I have this set up, and I need to put all these ends on here to hook up to here. They'll go right on here. So I got to get these going. These things are pretty hard to crimp, so you can't just use a regular crimper. So what I'm going to do, oh, and if you're asking why there's 2 boxes, it was too many wires in here. I did not want them to arc against each other. They're only $15 a box. So I figured I'd have one for the black, which is just the ground, and have everything else inside one so that it's all buttoned up and there's nothing that's going to arc. So alright, I realized that the connectors that I bought were actually too small to go on here. So I actually just took them over to the vise and just drilled them out. And got them big enough to go with that.
But I got most of the stuff. I just bought the heat shrink, and I bought these boxes from Lowe's. And oh, speaking of Lowe's, do you guys remember just a few days ago John was here and we did that hot sauce challenge, and how he went running off to the bathroom? Well, John had a blowout. We had a casualty right there. John blew out from the hot sauce. He blew out the toilet seat, so I had to go buy another toilet seat for the shop here. So no more hot sauce for John. But I bought this. The boss has one. He had one when I came here and stuff. It was like a wire crimper thing, and I thought it was really nice, but it was real big and the handle didn't like it. But I looked on Amazon and I found this one, and I've been using this one. I really like this one, guys. It's made by iWiss. It's I-W-I-S-S. Got it off of Amazon, and I've actually ordered another one for this truck. This is my personal one, but I ordered one for this truck to be in here for trailer wiring and stuff. It comes with all the different little deals. You just press the button, and the jaw just slips out, and you just put whatever size. It'll do regular shrink connect ones. They do like little computer pins and everything. And I actually did one of these already, and I found out that this last connection right here actually fits right there. It'll actually do these big ones. Now it's quite a bit to press these. I kind of use my leg and stuff, but I thought I'd do one with you guys just to show you guys this. So we're going to be putting heat shrink on here. This is the main power wire. I'll put it the other way. Just put the connector into the tool. There we go. And see, it crimps it on there super nice. It is a little bit big. I think actually the boss's one, if he had a fitting that fitted this big one, which I don't think it does. I'm gonna go look, but you can see how it dents it in there. Makes it really super nice. That's not ever gonna come off there. So now we'll put our heat shrink on here. Go. And I usually go afterwards and I press the ends down so it conforms to them a little bit better, because there's glue on the inside of the heat shrink, and so you press it out and it makes it glues it on there. And there we go. There's one of them. So now I just got to do these other four, and I can insert this dead man switch. And, that wire that runs all the way along here, what that is for jump starting. So if you need to use jumper cables, maybe a reefer battery is not running and not working right or something, you need to jump it to start it. The boss bought this. It's a little deal here, and I wired it all the way up, and this little clip is screwed in there. And then all you do is just take this and you just plug that in. Boom. You got 20-foot jumper cables. It's all number 2 all the way down to the batteries for the truck. You can hear the fan kicking on for the little inverter up there. It's charging those batteries. But you plug this in, and right here you're hooked right up to the truck, and you can jump start, you know, a semi or jump start a reefer or whatever you need. And then when you're not using them, you just unplug them, put this in one of the cabinets or something, and it's nice and tucked away. Well, guys, there it is. It's all wired up. Ooh, got a cloud moving in. The sun just like disappeared. We got it all wired up. I've actually fired it already. The other mechanic here and the boss here, so I wasn't recording. But we have actually done the first fire up, and I just drained the tank, and I'll fire it up for you guys. It's pretty loud. I told the other mechanic, he was saying something about putting a couch in here, and he wanted an air conditioner put in here too, so he could take his naps in here. And I said, you ain't napping with that thing. That thing's pretty loud. Pretty smoky too, but it's all the piping, all that piping. I actually spray painted that bottom down there. And it's just all kind of burned off and stuff. But she don't have any leaks or none. She's coming out pretty good. But I do have the inverter all hooked up. And that is all working and everything. And I just put a little deal here, just a little, what do you call those, surge protectors or whatever it is there for multi-plug. And we have a couple of DeWalt chargers. I have them mounted onto the wall. They'll sit right in there. The batteries, they won't come out. You have to actually press the button to get them out. So they can be on there when you're driving on the road, and that way they're charging the batteries up. We have been getting a few tools, and stuff. Some stuff has been coming in with FedEx and UPS today. Basically all that's tire changing stuff, new sledgehammer, tire spoon, a bead seater is in there. That's one of those quick change tire deals that I got in here that I tried out and I liked it. So I got one of those. And then over in that box is actually one of those tire dollies that you can wheel dollies around, wheel tires around. Not really sure if we need one in the truck here, because a lot of times the parking lot's not the greatest. And then those there are actually jack stands. And they're high quality jack stands, not the Harbor Freight ones. Those actually have the flat base, big thick steel and everything. They were like $200 some. But sometimes trailers that might be in gravel lots, you cannot use those with the feet like that. They'll sink right down. So those got a flat base on them. It's all welded up steel. I thought about making some, but I ain't got the time, guys. But she's all wired in. Everything is working. I've tested everything. And, well, we just fired up for you. I got the batteries charging, but let's fire it up. So you can hear it. It's pretty loud. There's no denying that. It is pretty loud. Exhaust out here. So right there's your exhaust coming out. Right there, it goes to 175, maybe 180. It says 180 on there. It goes up to 180, I guess, and then it automatically throttles it down, and then it puts it on that small runway like that, and it leaks the air out so it doesn't continue to keep building. And then if I go and drain it, and it drops below, I don't know what it is, but if it drops below a certain PSI, it automatically fires up and runs up. Well guys, we're pretty much done for what we're doing right now. We got a lot of stuff coming in, a lot of tools and stuff. And a lot of the tools are in here. I just kind of threw them in here. The other mechanic can put away stuff and everything else. He can figure out where he kind of wants this. I think he'll be using a lot more than I will, so he can do all that stuff. But we got this all wired up. That's all working. Everything else. I just have the power turned off now. But here you can see the jack stands. Actually, real jack stands. Yay. I ordered those without the boss really knowing about them. Something I'll show you guys I got here. I had shipped to me. Excuse me. I got a set of these headlights. These are going to be for the black truck. The black truck's out there running. Hikari LED headlight kit. Eyes of Megatron. These are the headlights that I put in Big Blue. I put them, they're for the bright lights. And I'm telling you what, these things are crazy bright. Now, I left them in Big Blue, so I bought me another set to go in this truck. And then this also I got too. I didn't know this was going to show up. But I had a guy, I have a lot of people that contact me talking to me about wanting me to review products and everything else. I have a lot of people do that kind of stuff. And I usually turn most of the stuff down because I don't really think it's going to be something that you guys would actually be interested in. I mean, it's like, ooh, a new set of Bluetooth headphones or ear pods or something, you know. I don't use them. That has nothing to do with me, so I wouldn't even be interested in reviewing them. But I guess this company here saw that I did those headlight reviews and everything, and they've contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in reviewing their headlights. And they sent me a link to check them out. I get a lot of stuff, and a lot of it's a scam stuff, and I checked it out. And sure enough, it was what it was, and it was headlights. And by Basil, B-A-B-O-S-L-L-A. And he asked me what set I would be required, and I told him H11s. And he asked if I wanted just the LEDs or the LEDs and the yellow ones. And I says, well, if you're gonna have me redo, then have me with the fancier ones. So I'll be putting these in the truck and check them out. But the deal is with these is that they change color. So they're LED headlights, just like I have a decent set of LED headlights in for low beam. They throw codes on my truck, but it doesn't throw an engine code or none. But if you hook up the computer, it's saying that there's a headlight code. And that's because they're cheap LEDs. So I don't know if these will fix that problem. But these here are regular LEDs. They're white lights, you know, white LED light. And then I guess if you turn your lights off and then turn them right back on, then they change color and they turn yellow. And I guess it's supposed to be really good for like rain and fog. So I told him, I said, well, I guess I'll take those. And I have gotten an email from them saying, hey, they have been you've been approved. I checked it out, and my boss said go for it. They'd be interested in you reviewing them. Something stuck in my throat. And he said they've been shipped or whatever. And I gave him, and he asked what address, and I gave him the address for the shop here. And they showed up. I was actually surprised. I was waiting for an email. Hey, they're held at the border and it will cost you, you know, X amount of dollars to get them or something. But no, they just showed up. So I'm actually gonna send a guy an email back and ask him what kind of link he wants to put in, where maybe you guys would, if you're interested, can get these. But I will be doing an install video putting these headlights in. I just get no time to work on my own truck. As you can see, my seat is still sitting here. I didn't even get time to install my own seat. I could have threw the seat up in there and threw the 4 bolts in, hook an airline on it, and the seat belts. I could have done that. I mean, maybe it's half an hour, pop it in. But I want to put a wood floor in my truck. And so I'm thinking, while I got it apart, I might as well do that. And I don't have a jigsaw here to cut the wood flooring and all this stuff. So I'm actually heading to York to deliver a load that another driver dropped at the yard. It's got to deliver tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to be running up to Chambersburg and picking up a load there that's going to run me back to Plymouth. Yes, the same load John really screwed up on a while ago. So, ooh, better look at the bills. But I'm doing that, and then I'm going to be off for like a week and a couple days. I have my niece is getting married and going home for that wedding, and I'm also going to be heading to the UP for a week, and I'm going to try to finish up all the work on the house on the interior. So I'm going to get all that done. Got some stuff done. I mean, got what I got done. There was too much running around trying to find stuff. I hate out here. I really do. I really do not like being out here. When you're back in Wisconsin and stuff, it's like Fleet Farms, Menards, you know, yeah, you have the Home Depot, you have the Lowe's and all this stuff. But, you know, I mean, the Napas and stuff, I mean, even Advance or AutoZone, they all carry different stuff than out here. It seems like they don't carry a lot of stuff out here for guys that really want to work on their own stuff. I don't know why it is. I don't know. It's just a different area, I guess, but it's hard for me to get parts, and I mean, running around trying to find everything was crazy. I spent over half a day just running around trying to get stuff to do what I did inside there. But we got some stuff done. We got a few things done around here, and we're waiting for a bunch of stuff, all the LED lighting, all that stuff. So let's see what happens. I don't know if he's planning on bringing me back out here to work on this to try to finish it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that everybody out there is having themselves a great day, great night to watch this here video. If you're not, well, we're certainly trying it all over again tomorrow. I got to head out of here. I'm going to head up there to York, Pennsylvania and get me some sleep tonight. Catch you later. Bye.